Rare Books USA eBay store monthly report. Art, sells antique and vintage books, 333 English Ordinal. Again, Rare Books USA eBay store is a subsidiary of Data Productions Media. Goal, taking book company public one day. Earnings report, style monthly updates, tracking sales expenses, future business advancements, and the dividend portfolio. The DataCap dividend pack is an asset of Rare Books USA for financing. Well, it's an asset of Data Productions Media, but we're going to finance Rare Books USA with growth for that. All right. So this is the month of October. Obviously, we're not at the end of the legit end of the month of October. We have like 4 days left, but these are what the stats have shown. A big milestone for me is I got over that 100 items sold mark on eBay. All positive ratings, no negatives, no neutrals, which is awesome. Obviously, when you think about it, it's not going to last forever. At one point, I'm sure I will get a negative review. But to get the first 100, obviously, I know it's possible. I know it's possible to go on a run and get those if I really put my mind to it. You can get 100 sales in a row and have positive feedback. And I do believe it was at like 56, 57, but when I got to the 100 mark. So I do have like over 50% rate for positive feedback per item sold. Over one for every two, I'm getting positive feedback back, which is awesome. I've generated 15 followers for my eBay store. I have 575 items listed now. So I've reached my goal before Halloween of getting 500 things listed. So my goal now, it's a large goal and I might not get there, but it's okay, is 1,000 listings before Christmas, preferably before December, but we'll see how that goes. So that's my next goal, 1,000 items listed before Christmas. Black Friday be even better, but that might be tough to do. Some business efficiency, because last month we talked about how can I get more efficient? How can I lower my margins? Gain margins. How can I lower my costs? And one of the big ones was Veeqo, Veeqo. It's a shipping service that Amazon is a part of, but you can use it for eBay as well. You can link it to eBay. And I use USPS bound printed matter, which is a lower tier than media mail on eBay. So you can use that. You get a more easy rate. You actually do get cash back on Veeqo as well. So I'm saving a lot more on shipping, and it's about the same speed, same time, but it costs less, but the same, safety for the most part. Obviously, if somebody has invalid address, which is not very common, because on eBay, I'm pretty sure they have to verify your address is actually legit. Sometimes their item can be not returned to you because there's no return postage, but you can still get insurance as well. And there's flexibility to it. If you want to do a higher class of mail for a higher class of product that you sold, a book, then okay, use a higher class. But for the bread and butter, for the things under $25, the ones that, if it were to get lost, it wouldn't be detrimental to my business. I'm using USPS bound printed matter, and it's worked great thus far. So that has helped my business tremendously. My margins, much better. Getting that dollar back, $1.20 back with cash back has saved me. Books that weren't sellable on eBay now become a little bit more sellable for me because I can put it at a lower price and I can still make money. So that's awesome to see, and I'm gonna keep working on that. Another goal of mine still is to lower my cost per book. It's high right now. It's probably around $5 per book. Because I buy from different areas. You use shipping, and sometimes you pay a little bit more when you get it offline, but you don't have to go drive to the the bins, the Goodwill bins or thrift stores where you might not have that quality of a book. And so, you pay for quality sometimes, but I'm working on that, and it's slowly but surely it is getting down lower. I'm looking for a collection to potentially get in the future at a steal of a price for pennies per book. That would be awesome. And the goal again is just to prepare for the holidays. So that's the overview of October, just the backbone. But let's get into the numbers. So these are this is for the year. I'm just going yearly numbers and where they're going. So we're at right now 2,800 for the year. We're almost at 2,900, almost the 3,000 for the year, which is awesome. My selling costs about 1,000. So the net sales that I'm bringing in is 1,700 from eBay. Okay, and then you have to consider the costs of the books sold and such. And so, so with that money bringing in with the cost, so obviously I'm not in the profit yet. I've probably spent close to 4,000, almost $5,000 on books. So essentially I'm halfway there. But that's fine because now my store is about $15,000 in inventory on Rare Books USA. So my inventory cost is at least triple on my listing value currently right now. 102 books sold, 103 now from this call, and hopefully I get a couple more before October's over. Average sale price per item is $28.23. I want to get that higher. I want to sell higher end books. I will get there, but I'm not afraid to take offers. I'm not afraid to sell a book for cheap too. I need velocity. Velocity is important because as I go on, my picks will get better, my margins will get better, and I will have a better platform as I grow. So I do expect my average share price to go up, but I'm not hesitant to throw a 25% discount out for an offer. I'm not afraid to take a low ball offer. It's something I've sat on a while, and it's something I'm probably not going to make a whole lot of money on anyway. And so that's the monthly report on Rare Books USA. This channel is going to have its own YouTube channel soon, this own section. I'm going to put all this content for this specific slide onto Rare Books USA YouTube channel at some point. But I just need the time to do that. And I want to gain some of the content. All right. But that's what we have thus far, and we'll see what we do in November. All right, let's get into the data cap divvy pack before we end the show. So there has been a lot of consolidation going on in the data capital dividend pack, and that's fine. I'm actually okay with it. At one point in 2023, at the start, I think I got up to 14, 15 stocks in the dividend portfolio. I looked at myself. I looked at my goals. I looked at the story I want to build for this. I'm like, does that match? Does 15 stocks in my dividend portfolio, does that match the story? Does that match my demeanor? Does it match my situation? Too diversified for me. So I cut that down to 10. So for the data dividend pack, the max I would like is 10 quality dividend paying stocks with gross prospects still. And so I will continue to always justify my investments because this investment in this portfolio and what we're trying to do goes bigger than what it will be just for myself. It's for the future other persons for my company that I plan to build for the stock. And so I have to look at it in a sense. I'm like, okay, I have 10 slots, but do all 10 slots have to be filled? Just because 10 slots, I've decided 10 slots need to be filled. No, I want to have 10 great companies. Great companies I believe in, pay a hefty dividend, diversified enough, has growth prospects moving forward. And after long talks with myself and meditating on it, really getting down to it, what's needed. Currently have seven stocks in my portfolio. So I have 3 spots opening up that I plan to fill at some point. Don't know what companies yet. And we'll talk about the ones I sold soon. But I still have Realty Income, still have KO, which is Coca-Cola, EPD, natural gas, midstream, BGS. Now this one's on the chopping block. I would love to get profit on this. I mean, I'm only $50 down, and they're paying out a dividend on the 30th, and so we'll see. They're paying off debt. Are we getting into recession, inflation? Are people buying this product? I don't know. I feel like the story kind of changed. So this on the chopping block. I might take a loss on it and just move on from it. But we'll see. It pays a hefty dividend. It helps the portfolio, and it is diversified. And it's not really bad off. It's just, I don't know. I have to really think about the story. If there's not really a change soon, I'll probably give it to the end of the year. I'm at least trying to make a little profit off it, though. Nat, going heavy in Nat. I mean, I believe in the tanker industry. And I believe it's not as volatile, at least in these times, as what they want you to believe. UAN, fertilizer, nitrogen fertilizer, and Walgreens. Big bet on Walgreens again. Tim Wentworth, he's going to get it done. Pharmaceuticals, that gets me in the healthcare space. Big bet on Walgreens. That's what's pulling our portfolio down right now. But if that gets squared away, I mean, sky's the limit for this portfolio I'm building. So the assets under management right now, $4,997. So $5,000. Income for 2024 is going to be $325.79. Already had $227.13 coming in. Again, BGS is paying out this upcoming week. And so for the month of October, we're negative $463.49. Last month we were negative $143.49, partly because of Walgreens. Now Walgreens actually in the month of October was doing pretty well. It actually got up to $11, and the assets under management was looking really good. But now it's back down. I've been buying these loads to get my average share cost down at 15. It was at the 20s at one point. Probably done buying for now, but we'll see. If it gets into the 8s with a high yield it has right now, I think I would. Nat's at a 12, so that's why I was buying. With everything considered, with the 325.79 coming in this year over the assets and management, I have a 6.5% yield, which is better than any high yield saving account you can get right now. So the portfolio's doing number. It's safe. It's diversified. I'm actually really happy with what I've done with the portfolio. Made some good decisions. Haven't taken a legit L yet. You'll see where this is an asterisk on it, but I haven't taken a legit L on any stock yet in the portfolio, and I would like to keep it that way for as long as possible. But let's get into what I've sold of the data pack this year in 2024. I sold KMI. I was heavy in EPD and KMI. I moved all profits and all money to EPD from KMI. So my long-term money I got from KMI, $18. Short-term 50, net gain 68 overall. So it was a 19.74% gain, 20%. What more can you ask for within a year or so? Then you look over to LNC. Then you look over to Verizon. Long-term gain 37.89, 22% long-term. You got short-term 32.83, 16% net gain, 19.19 overall, almost 20% again. Banged them out on Verizon and KMI. Long-term cash gain, a little bit of short-term getting in there. Then we have LNC, which you see the disallowed loss. I'm kind of confused on what that is. I thought, I sold a share that I guess was like one of the one shares that I bought that was still above the average share price. So that is a technical loss from the first in, first out share. But overall, I mean, 99.5% gain loss ratio on the year. And I sold all the LNC shares. So the net gain is 257 overall. That's 36.92%, almost 37% on the year for LNC. So when you add that all in for what I've done in the dividend pack this year, long term 293.86, 32% overall for long term untaxed money at that rate. Short term 102.47, 19.47 won't get taxed really on that either, 20% essentially. So the net gain overall was a 28.06 for this year. We're not done yet. We'll see what I sell. If I sell anything else, I'm not. We'll see what BGS does. That really hinges on that. But 396.33, 28.6%, almost $400 on the year, straight to the dividend pack. So we've been doing really well. This is going to be the second year in it. We're just going to keep going, keep trending higher. But I like the high yields. I do have a couple of low yields in there. Coke's like 3%. But everything is 5% or above for the most part. And I like that. You just got to be able to pick the right companies.